How's it going, guys? It's time to rise and shine. Today we're doing another dumpster deep dive. Let's go. Do not climb or occupy this container for any purposes. Injuries or falling may occur. All right, let's get into it. So we got some really cool whiskeys in here, so let's get into them. First of all, 1980s Jim Beam Rye. This was actually really good. I got this from somebody, really good. Probably can't find it again, but you know, I give it a 8 out of 10. One that's near and dear to my heart. The Still Austin. I don't know what that paper is. The Still Austin cask strength single barrel bourbon. This is a Nancy Fraley pick. Absolutely fantastic. Would buy again. Natterjack cask strength Irish whiskey. This was actually really good. Look at that proof on that thing. 63% alcohol for a cask strength Irish. Really nice. Would buy again. A little pricey, but would buy again. All right, Iron Root Harbinger. This is a total wine private barrel blend. This was at 121.8 proof. This was an absolute banger. This was in one of my Texas best of blinds, and it did fairly okay. All right, Clonakilty. Now this is another Irish whiskey, but this is finished in Garrison Brothers Balmoral casks. This was an excellent whiskey. Finished it way too fast. I did pick up another bottle, but I don't know how many there were. There was only 1,100 bottles. So I don't know if you can find it, but it was really good. All right, let's get smoky. We have Lagavulin, the Distiller's Edition. This is the 2021 bottling, double matured. Really nice, really great. Little smoky, little briny, but an excellent whiskey. Would pick up again. All right, Crowded. I can't talk tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Crowded Barrel Alliance series. This is Iron Root Republic. This is a single barrel of theirs. We love Iron Root around here. 24-month-old, 119.2 proof. Super good. So good that I got another one. Yeah, this one is 33 months. This is a different bottling, obviously. 33 months at 110. This is really nice. 95% Yellow Dent, 5% Bloody Butcher. Really good. All right, this is a newer one to the lineup. This is Hinterhouse, the Warming Hut Holiday Spirit. It's a bourbon whiskey with other things. It's really nice. It was really great for the holidays. I enjoyed it well, and thank Hinterhouse so much for hanging out with me. This one will be missed. Lost Lantern Flame. This is a mixture of Santa Fe spirits and Whiskey Del Bach, two smoky southern whiskeys. Absolutely fantastic. You can't get this again, but it's pretty awesome. Speaking of Lost Lantern, here's the Lost Lantern single cask Cedar Ridge, finished in sherry cask. This is from 2021. This was absolutely fantastic, and I do have a backup of this one. All right, sorry, I dumped a candle in here. I don't know why. I was trying to get some of the wax off. This is Connemara peated Irish whiskey. It was really good, a little weak though. All right, old school Garrison Brothers. Look at this. Look at the date on that thing. 2010 harvest, distillation 2011, released fall of 2014. So I've had this bottle for way too long. It wasn't great, but we drank it. The Old Weller 12. It's a great weeder. I don't like that it's only 45% alcohol, but what can you do? And this is a full liter bottle. I wouldn't buy it again, but it's all right. Backing that one up, we have Weller 107. Excellent bottle. The 107 proof really is nice. I really do enjoy it. I have a backup of it already. All right, New Riff Single Barrel Bourbon. This was a Barrel Outlaws pick. Absolutely fantastic. Enjoyed every bit of it. It was a great one, and I love what New Riff is doing. Go pick one up. All right, Maker's Mark Single Cask for Ruidoso Wind Place Show. This one had some French mocha in it, so similar to the mocha cask. Would pick up again. Another new one to the thing. I sampled this one out to a bunch of people. This is HK Young Bourbon. It's Toasted Barrel Blend Batch 1. 116.6 proof. This was a distillery only. Not distillery only. This was hand pulled for me for my podcast. So I don't know if you can get it anymore. All right. 10th Mountain Bourbon. This was pretty good. It's only aged 2 years, and the proof was a little low, so it was a little grassy to me. It was really good in a cocktail. Drinking it neat, it was okay. It just I wanted a little bit more oak influence out of it. Just saying. But great brand. Love what they're doing up there. All right, getting some big dogs in here. The Elmer T. Lee Single Barrel, 45%. Again, this was meh at best. Do not buy this whiskey. I've heard people say that some of the other bottlings are better. Obviously, it is a single barrel, but this one to me was not great. All right, Dad's Hat rye whiskey finished in port wine barrels. This was absolutely fantastic. So good. Would pick up again. Have a couple extra bottles. Not of this one, but of Dad's Hat in the house. So probably won't buy it anytime soon. Another Lagavulin distillery. This is the 23 edition. This one is finished in sherry cask. Yeah, Pedro Jimenez. And this one was really excellent. Really good one. Would pick up again. Let's go to Canada, eh? I can't tell you what the name of this one is. It's called the Dark Glen. This is from Glen Britain. Absolutely fantastic. 13-year-old smoky Canadian whiskey. You gotta love that. Would pick up again. I can't find it, but I would pick it up again for sure. Ooh, it actually broke. All right, you want to talk about bangers? Driftless Glen Single Barrel Rye, 48%, bottled by Casey. This was an absolutely fantastic 5-year rye whiskey. Absolutely. Would pick up again. Good stuff. Now, you're not going to see this one too often on my shelves, but when you do, you know it's going to be good. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof Rye. This one's coming in at 129.2 proof. It was absolutely fantastic. I do not like Jack Daniel's profile normally, but this single barrel rye was a banger for sure. Would pick it up again. All right, Woodford Reserve, the Masters Collection, the 124.7. This is 2 years ago. This was a really good bottling. I don't normally like Woodford. This was a really good bottling. Don't know if I would pick up another one because they're really expensive. All right, it's going to make some people angry, but this is a Stranahan's distillery only, given to me by Doc over at Old Fashioned Ways. This was absolutely fantastic. This one was, what was it? I don't remember what it was called. Anyway, this was absolutely fantastic. I have another bottle of this in the house, so it was excellent. Would pick up anything from Stranahan's. Few Smashing Pumpkins straight bourbon whiskey made with Madame Zuzu Midnight Rose Tea. This was an absolute banger. I loved it. I sampled it out to way too many people. This was a great whiskey. Stay tuned, guys. We're going back to Canada, eh? Glen Britain, Battle of the Glens. There's a big story behind this. Check out my podcast I did on these two whiskeys. This is a 15-year-old Canadian single malt. Absolutely fantastic. Jumping the tater train. This is the limited edition toasted barrel finish. I was gifted this bottle, but it wasn't a full bottle. It was just the last couple of drams in it, and it was actually pretty good. Don't really care for Michter's too much, but this one was okay. Told you I had other ones. here's the Mad Cab from Stranahan's Distillery only, of course. This one is a Cabernet finished and Madeira finished. This was absolutely fantastic. Would pick up again. Stick around, there's more coming. Sorry guys, I'm tired. This thing's heavy after a while. All right, let's keep going. I got a lot of bottles. All right, here is a Russell's Reserve private barrel. This was for Wind Place show in Ruidoso, New Mexico. This was an absolutely fantastic bottle. If I ever go back, I will pick up another. Oh. Backbone. Y'all heard Backbone? Backbone Bourbon Company. This was a single barrel pick from the Barrel Outlaws. Backboner Jams. It was an excellent whiskey. Took it to the beach and it worked well. You're going to see a lot of these here in the near future. Eleanor. This is from the Crowded Barrel. This is batch chapter 11. This is sourced MGP. This was actually a pretty good one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one was actually pretty good. From 9/1/21, so it's an older bottle, but pretty good stuff. Kentucky Owl Takumi Edition. This was a limited release. I picked this up actually in Santa Fe, and it wasn't great. It was okay. It was very light in its profile. It wasn't great, and it was very expensive. I want to think it was $180. Would not pick up again. Heaven's Door. This is a sourced whiskey. Some Bob Dylan stuff or whatever. This was actually pretty good. It was a Barrel Outlaws pick. Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow we may die. I love their tater stickers. They're absolutely fantastic. It was okay. It was good whiskey. I probably wouldn't get another one. Old Forester King Ranch. This was the first time they came out with the King Ranch. It was not great. It opened up a little bit as I, drank through it, but it really wasn't great. And I don't really care for the Old Forester profile. Haven't had a whole lot from them, but this one, I really wish that King Ranch would have used a Texas whiskey instead of Old Forester. I just feel like if you're Texan, use Texas whiskey, but that's just me. Anyway, would not buy again. Early Times, Bottled and Bond. The old Black Label. This is the old I had a bug on my hand, sorry. This is the old juice. This was an absolutely fantastic bottle. There's still a little dram left in there, but anyway, I always have Early Times, or try to always have Early Times. It's great stuff. Bum, bum, bum. I do have Blanton's, but look at this one, the dump date on it. Yeah, exactly. Barrel number 325. Yeah, this one was okay. Blanton's is Blanton's. It is what it is. I did save the topper for somebody, whatever. It's Blanton's. Knob Creek Single Barrel for H&H Liquor out of Abilene. This was absolutely fantastic. I love the Single Barrel Selects. Rise, especially, absolutely fantastic. Will pick up another. Really cool bottling. Smoke Wagon. It's MGP, but this one glows in the dark. Really pretty cool. It was one of their Halloween editions. I think it's like 3 or 4-year-old MGP. It was okay. It was great in cocktails. Proof on it 46.25. I mean, it's all right. The cool thing was the glow in the dark. Probably wouldn't buy again. All right, here's an oldie but a goodie. Ready? Lukenbach Road Distilling, which is now changed to 1693. They got sued, or they weren't able to use the Lukenbach Road anymore. This is sourced MGP, aged 2 years of the rye whiskey. It's 95.5 rye. It was good, but this bottle, yeah, I will not buy again. All right, 10th Mountain Whiskey, their rye whiskey. It says 10, right? So you think it's 10? No, it's actually aged 2 years. This was okay. It was really good in a cocktail. I took it to a tasting and it did okay. People thought it was a little too grassy. I just think it needs a little bit more time. But a good stuff coming out of 10th Mountain. Hello. That one broke. All right, Method and Madness. This is a single pot still Irish. This is matured in sherry and bourbon barrels, finished in chestnut casks. Super intriguing, super cool. Don't even know if they make this anymore. It hurts my heart. But if they do, pick you up one. They have different styles. This is from 3 or 4 years ago at least. Good stuff. It was a little pricey. I think this was $80, but for an Irish, yeah, whatever. Here's another dad's hat, 95 proof, 4-year-old rye whiskey. This is just their straight rye. It is absolutely fantastic. Love it. It's 80% rye, 20% malted barley. Just really good stuff. All right, we got the Buffalo Trace, the single barrel for Win Place Show in Ruidoso. Obviously, I went there and bought a bunch of tater bottles, so just understand that. This is a good bottle. Buffalo Trace is pretty good stuff. All right, so there's a story behind this one. This is Penelope Rio, the batch 1. This, is it batch 1? No, batch 2409901. I don't know what that means. But anyway, this was actually pretty good, but I got gifted this bottle and it had about 3 ounces in the bottom of it. I needed it for when I did my Rio clone. I needed to have the Rio next to the Rio clone that I was making. I actually was gifted a bottle of this as well. So yeah, I don't know if I would pick up another one though. One that's near and dear to my heart, and I am so sad that it's gone. It's been gone for a long time, and that is none other than Springbank 18. This was an absolutely fantastic whiskey. When I bought this whiskey, I had spent the most money on this bottle. It was right at $200 when I bought it. This is the old bottling of it. I bought this, good Lord, probably 6 years ago. Nursed it as long as I could. It even oxidized a lot in the bottle because it was open for so long. I would definitely pick up another one if I could, but they're hard to find. Hibiki Harmony. This is the coolest bottle on the market right now. I'm actually going to open it up for you. Hold up. Pause. Don't drop it. Look at this bottle. Absolutely fantastic. This is one that would be a decanter bottle for sure. Absolutely fantastic whiskey, great stuff. I have another bottle in the house. All right, we had the Connemara earlier. Now we have the Connemara 12-year. The bad thing with this one, it's only 40% alcohol as well. Couldn't really tell the difference between these two. This one was a little richer maybe, but I want the Connemara cask strength. That's the next one I would like to try. So if anybody has a Connemara cask strength, hit me up. Another one that was near and dear to my heart, Highland Park 18. This was the first bottle that I bought that I thought was the most expensive until I picked up the Springbank 18. 18-year-old Scotch is, I think, a good sweet spot for it. This one is 10% peated, so it's not super peaty. It's absolutely amazing whiskey if you can find it. And of course, this is the old bottling of it. Super good stuff. Would pick up again at the right price. All right, when I bought this bottle, it was $70. Now it's well over $120. It is a great whiskey, 14-year-old age statement, finished in Caribbean casks. It's absolutely fantastic whiskey. It's just a little expensive for what it is. Anyway, I would drink it again. I don't know if I'd buy another bottle. All right, the Highland Park 12. Excellent whiskey. You can see it has cobwebs on it. It's been on the shelf for a minute. This is their Viking Honor one, so this is a newer bottling. I think this one's from like 3 years ago. Great whiskey. Don't have another one. Don't actually have any Highland Park in my collection as of right now, so that might need to change, even though I'm not buying whiskey right now, so we'll see. All right, we're getting down to the last couple for this batch. The Johnny Walker White Walker. This was absolutely trash. This was not good whiskey. I bought it because of the whole Game of Thrones craze that was going on back in the day. When you stick it in the freezer, it says something on the side of it. I don't even remember. Winter's coming or something like that. It was a cool gimmicky thing. The whiskey inside, not good. All right, going back to Japan, we have the Yamazaki 12. This is an absolutely fantastic whiskey coming out of Suntory. If you can find it, pick it up. It is a little more expensive. It's about 150 bucks right now, but it is a great showcase of what Japanese whiskey is. A little bit smoky, so understand that if you're getting into it, it is a little bit smoky. But I did a side-by-side a long time ago between this and the Hakushu 12. They just happen to be sitting right next to each other on the shelf. This one, well, again, same. It was absolutely fantastic. Would pick up these again, but they are 150, 175 a piece. So don't know if I'll be refilling anytime soon. I'll be back again. All right, guys, round 3. Yeah. All right, Lagavulin Distillers Edition. Distillery Offerman Edition. This is the first one they did, the charred oak cask. They put it in a charred oak. I don't know. 11 years. It was okay. Wasn't great. Probably wouldn't buy again. All right, let's see if I can find the first one. Well, here's an interesting one. Iron Root Republic. Again, this one is 33 months. That might be the same one as I had before. I bought a couple of these one time. All right, let's see if I can find this one. Absolutely fantastic. The Texas Whiskey Festival blend. This one was Iron Root, Balcones, and Andalusia Striker. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, you can't get it. Then let's go to, why not, blend number 2. This one was 50% Lone Elm, 37% Ranger Creek, and 12% Treaty Oak. This one was actually pretty good too. And then number 3. This one was made up equal proportions, Devil's River, Still Austin, and Tawakara. This one was actually really nice, and this was all bourbons. And then number 4. This one was a blend made up of 3.5-year-old bourbons from St. Louis Spirits, 2-year-old bourbons from Shire, and 4-year-old bourbon from Yellow Rose. This one was good, not as good as some of the other ones. And then, where's the other one? There's not another one. I don't have number 5. I think I already threw it away. Weller Special Reserve. This bottle's not great. Won't buy it. All right, here's something fun. This is honey that was aged, or barrel aged, in a Tawakara barrel. That was really fun, from the Texas Whiskey Festival last year, I think. Or maybe, no, yeah, last year. Good stuff. All right, here's a blast from the past. Iron Root Promethean, the old Tombstone bottling. This was only 16 months old. Now they're way older than that. This was good for what it was. It was a great whiskey for what it was at the time. Here's another blast from the past. Balcones High Plains. Yeah, this was a 52.5. From, look at the date on that. 8/3 of 19. Yeah, this is an old bottle. It's been long gone for a long time. It was actually really good. They got all the barley from the high plains of Texas. If I'm not mistaken, Evan Williams single barrel. These were allocated for a long time. They weren't in Texas. They were only Kentucky only. And then now they are back. So it's a good bottling, but I don't know if I would grab any more. All right, this one is near and dear to my heart, actually. This is the first bottle of Andalusia Striker I have ever bought. This is back when they were only 2 years old. Now they're well over 4. I absolutely love this whiskey and always have Striker around. Here's another blast from all these are going to be old whiskeys. Just know that. This is Garrison Brothers Escatado. They don't even make this anymore. This is straight bourbon whiskey finished in Llano Escatado port casks. I don't think they even make this because they changed it to the Guadalupe. This was actually a really good, Garrison Brothers does really good on finishing. But yeah, this is a super old bottle. All right, Evan Williams, 1783. It's all right. Another blast from the past. Look at that, 819. Ben Milam Founders Reserve. This is before it was Milam and Green. This bottle was not great. It really wasn't. You know, it was okay. It was the budding days of Texas whiskey. It was okay. Wasn't great. will not buy. Obviously, it's My Lemon Green now. My Lemon Green is making some cool stuff, but I think I have 2 bottles in the house. All right, Cole Keegan. This is Santa Fe Spirits. Their cast strength single malt, which is mesquite smoked. Absolutely fantastic. Have 2 bottles in the house. Speaking of mesquite smoked, this is Del Bach Dorado. This is their mesquite smoked single malt from Tucson. Absolutely fantastic. Have a backup in the house. Oh, crap. I'm breaking stuff. All right, here's another blast from the past. 12/13 of 19. This is the Balcones single malt, but this was a Texas Whiskey Trailblazer Select. This was absolutely fantastic. Look at that proof in it. 64.2. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. All right, are we ready to do this? Let's do it. All right, here is Eleanor, Chapter 3. This is when they were using the dimpled bottle. This was a great whiskey. Of course, sourced MGP, but it was really nice. 114.6 proof, aged 37 months. And this is Chapter 1. Yeah, Chapter 1. This is the very first bottling they did. They had 8 barrels or 6 barrels in the very first time that Crowded Barrel was doing things. And I was a long member of the Patreon. We can talk about that on another episode. It was really good whiskey, and I loved supporting them at that time, and you'll see here in a second. We go to the other bottlings that they have. This one is Chapter 6.2. This was the story of Eleanor, blah, blah, blah. This one was 19. 44 months in New American Oak, 114.6. And let's just keep going with that. This one is Chapter 8, 112.5. This one is this doesn't say anything. I don't remember which one. I think there was one that was finished in wine casks. This one is the weeded Eleanor, as you can see on the label, is 118, batch 4. This was actually really good. All right. Chapter 10. This one was 107.8. Good stuff. Another Chapter 10. I don't know. Whatever. This one was finished in Imperial Stout barrels. And this one was 9.4. This was whiskey distilled from a bourbon mash, so this was put in a used barrel. Pretty cool, actually, that they would do that. All right, let's keep going. Here's a newer one for you. Some Hinterhaus, the Calaveras cask strength, single barrel reserve. This is batch 15. This was the one that was Tennessee. This was Tennessee whiskey. Pretty good stuff. All right. Now, you might not know what this is, but this is King's Code. This is a blending collaboration that Irene Tan and Kings County, Virginia Distilling, and I can't tell you the Scotch, and Clonakilty. They did a blend, as you can see right there, 52-44-4. It was good stuff. The smoke profile on it was a little bit off. I don't want to say off-putting, but it wasn't great. Giant cast strength straight rye whiskey. This was actually I actually won this bottle at the raffle at the whiskey festival. It was okay. I like their newer stuff better. It has a little more age on it, but it was okay. All right, distillery only, Colkegan Bottled and Bond. They're smoked single malt, 4 years old. Absolutely fantastic. Killed it way too fast. Something cool. Andalusia's Striker Old Fashioned. Yeah, it's ready to drink. It was a ready to drink cocktail. It was 40% alcohol. It was actually really good. Me and a couple of family killed this bottle pretty fast. All right, Colkegan, Santa Fe Spirits, batch number 4. Yeah, this is a very old bottling. bottle 242, it looks like. Absolutely fantastic. This is just their basic one. It was in a small bottle. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And to go with it, this will tell you, here's another one that is just like that, older, but this is batch 19. Yeah, so they've been doing it for a minute, doing really good things. Now, Colin Keegan has retired. Now it's just Santa Fe Spirits. They're still putting out some amazing stuff. Breaking stuff. All right, Westward Whiskey. They're going through some stuff right now, but this was a single barrel pick, a private select from the Barrel Outlaws. This was absolutely fantastic. Love it. Get it in. We're going to die of dysentery. That one's going to break something. All right. Couple more left. Real Spirits. Straight malt whiskey. This is the Distiller's Edition. This is made from corn, rye, and wheat. Pot distilled, cast strength, 58% alcohol. So Real Spirits has a cool way that they do it. It's 85% malt. And then they use 15% adjunct grains, and then they blended all of those together. So they had 15% corn, 15% rye, 15% wheat, and then they mixed them all together with the 85% malt. And so it is a different profile, but it was actually pretty good. Some people don't like it, but yeah, I got another bottle in the house. Hoi. All right, Natterjack, The Mistake. After doing the podcast with Natterjack, I purchased this bottle, and it was good. The issue for me was it really did not showcase the Irish. It was a little not over oaked, but it was a little woody for the lightness of the whiskey inside. So maybe if it was a higher proof, it might sing a little better or something, but it was good. I sampled almost this entire bottle out. So yeah, and yeah, it was good. Probably wouldn't buy again. And last but not least, this H.K. Young Bill's Single Barrel 114.6. This was a gift from the distillery to me. It was really good whiskey. They're sourcing from Barton and putting it in a toasted barrel. Really nice, really good stuff. If you haven't heard of H.K. Young, go out and pick you up some. It's really good. It's fair priced. Yeah. All right, guys, it's going to be what, like 50 minutes worth of content right there. What I'm going to do is I have a whole lot more bottles in there than I need to throw away. I'm going to stop it right here, and then we'll do a number 3. And hopefully I'll have some other bottles killed that I'm sipping on, and we can just go from there, and it'll be a lot of fun. I hope you like this type of content. If you do, please follow, like, subscribe, do all the algorithmy things to help me out as much as you can. It's a hot, beautiful day out, so get out there and drink some whiskey, or drink some water if you want. Until next time, y'all be good, and keep your spirits up. Peace.